to you, man, and have that conversation and see how y'all gonna approach it as a team. How you guys gonna approach it so you're on one accord. Don't play with his face out
Right.
here just trying to make your clapback Thursdays hot.
Right. Right. Yeah, calling him like that whole situation, like they picking on him is nasty work.
Right. Like Schofield Senior and Junior was out here on every social media platform, be like, we're gonna bust this dude's head, knock him out. He don't want no smoke with us. Like they wasn't trying to put this fight together. Like, come on, man.
Hmm. But that's why I said I knew for a fact Oscar was not going to sign off on this. No way, no how.
Well, I think he's signing off on it. I think he's
I
going
mean,
to.
he going to sign off on it because they're forcing his hand. But
Wow.
I knew he wasn't voluntarily going to be like, "Yo,
Oh, of course.
I'm with it. Let's make that fight happen." And another thing is, I was listening. Did you listen to the interview they did on Mill City?
Yeah, I heard it, man. I was feeling where they were coming from, man. I felt where they were coming from, bro.
Yeah. Only issue I had. I love the whole thing. The only issue I had with it is downplaying Shakur's talent. You know what I'm saying? And the
Right.
reason I say that is because Floyd Mayweather understood to build this dude, to for you to give me credit for this victory, I got to build my opponent up, not tear him down, not tell you his flaws. I'm not going to tell you his flaws until after the fight. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why Floyd will always stop you. No, 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 no. He wasn't old. No, 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 no,
Yeah,
no.
I'm not trying to hear none of that. Don't
Yeah,
take
yeah,
away my victory.
yeah. No. So today's time, I don't get that. As when he said today, Floyd Shakur ain't got no defense. He don't hit hard. He ain't never fight nobody. Okay, so if he ain't got no defense, he don't hit hard, and he ain't never fight nobody, no A-level fighter. What credit are you going to get
When
should
you
you be
beat him.
victorious for beating
Right.
him? Because you didn't beat an A-class fighter. And the issue that I have with it, right, Clay, is that let's say he beats Shakur Stevenson.
Right.
The next step we all know is going to be to try to call out Tank, right?
Right.
But now, how does it validate you fighting Tank? Now, if Tank turns around and says, you ain't fight nobody, you're going to be
Hmm.
like, we just fought Shakur. No, you can't
Right.
do that.
Right. Right.
You can't say we just fought Shakur when you just said Shakur ain't even worthy. If you telling the world that Shakur ain't never beat nobody, Shakur ain't got no power, Shakur ain't got no defense, then what do you outside of winning the belt? What do you gain? Salute, Hulk. I just came out the gym. What do you gain by beating Shakur other than the belt? Nothing.
100%, man. 100%, bro. These fighters do that a lot nowadays. Like, he ain't on my level. He don't belong in the ring with me. This dude ain't never beat nobody. I'm gonna show him that he shouldn't. And it's just like, all right, man. I hear you. I mean, I get the idea of what you think you're doing as far as selling the fight to a degree. I get it. Like, you're talking your ish. But yeah, man, there's something that part is missing from the game today, where fighters build each other up so that their victories hold weight when they come up in conversations
Mhm.
about the fights that they're having. But I also understand that Floyd, that senior, was just, I mean, disgusted with the way the space kind of tried to play his son to the side. And he's just like trying to say, this kid is not all that. Like, he's good, but he's not something we can't beat. He's not something we can't figure out. He's not that far above us on the playing field that you guys think he's on. Like, look, prove me wrong, because I definitely do think Shakur is just way above your skill set. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, but that's how I see it. I'm here to be proven wrong, because if you prove me wrong, that's going to be a crazy fight. And it's going to be an experience that I'll never forget to watch that and see what you guys do in the future. But of course, you're supposed to have un, un
You can still hear me?
unbreakable confidence. You know what I'm
You,
saying?
you can still hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, but I don't see you.
Yeah, I don't know what I got a phone call and it just pushed me off, bro.
Oh, they be doing that, bro. This thing, the YouTube thing, does that. The YouTube thing does that. I don't know what to do to get you back. I remember this when I tried to do the YouTube thing before, and it threw me off, and I was in the dark for a minute. You got to put it on do not disturb when you're doing these situations.
Yeah, this is nasty work because I don't even know.
How to get back, right?
Yeah. Live chat.
Yeah. Yeah, Gerald Freeman, you're right, man. That's what it's all about, man. Listen, man, Shakur sent the offer. He wanted to shut up Schofield. Schofield took the offer. He wants to show the world that he's not like anybody else. This is the ingredients to a great fight, man. Um to a great upset, if possible. You know what I'm saying? This is what it's all about. And I'm as a boxing fan, and I consider myself a hardcore boxing fan. I'm all for this fight happening. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I'd love to see the same way. You know how I look at this fight, the same way I looked at Keyshawn and Tank. When I was like, people trying to say Keyshawn ain't do nothing, I don't care. He wants to fight so bad. He's saying send the contract, call his bluff, man. I love to see a young fighter who wants to prove something get in the ring and get the opportunity to do it, man. I'm okay with all of that, bro. I'm not into discrediting good fights. That's gonna be a great fight stylistically. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing with this Schofield and Shakur Stevenson fight, man. It's the same exact thing, man. I felt for the first time in a long time, I heard Senior talking today on Mill City, and I felt where he was coming from, bro. I understood what he was saying. You know what I mean? And I understood what Junior was saying. Like, what do you want us to say and do, bro? We believe we can beat this kid, bro. What
Right,
do you want me to tell you, bro? You want to check me? You want to humble me? You want me not to believe in myself? You want me to take all the work that I've put in, all 300 plus fights, everything that I've done to get to this point, and you want me to tell you that I agree with you, somebody who ain't walked with us, and tell you that you're right, that we not ready, that we not good enough? Are you stupid or you dumb?
right,
Why in the world would I ever do that? I understand.
right. Exactly. There you go.
You
Yeah,
know what
man.
I mean, Blue? Like you did
Exactly.
all this work to do something and get somewhere, and you're gonna let somebody who just knows you off the internet and just follows you by what your fights are. They don't know what work you put in. You're gonna let them convince you that you ain't you?
Right. And something else Senior said that made a lot of sense. He said he fought our team, her team, he only had 12, 11, 13 fights, 12 and 1.
Right.
I mean, what did Yoshino do?
100%, man.
You know what I'm saying? He deserves this is where that interview went sideways when
Hmm.
Mill just refused to just answer the question. Do you
Yeah,
think
just give him the props. Like, yo, yeah, you deserve this fight, bro. You got it. You deserve the
right?
fight.
Like so now let me go over this real
But look,
quick.
I'm also gonna be honest with you and let you know that I'm I speak to Mill, right? And I just know that I don't want to put words in his mouth, but he ain't gonna let nobody else put words in his mouth, right? He's already played that game before where that kind of kicked him in the ass. So he's no longer going to allow somebody to make him say something he don't feel like saying. So
Right,
he gave them the best version of the answer he could, saying that you deserve it because you know what I'm saying because of what you did. Because of what you believe. And they were like, nah, you tell me what you think. Do you think we deserve it? And Mills is sitting here like, wait, what do you want me to do? Tell you I don't think you deserve it? What is that going to help in this interview? And I don't want to go
right.
there because I'm
But
not going to
you know
sit
what
here
he
and
said?
say that I think you earned it.
You know what he should have said? He should have said, "You deserve it based off of the circumstances." That's it.
He ain't gonna do it. I know he ain't. I know he laughed in his mind. I saw him in the interview and I was picturing him, and I just know like in his mind he's like, you ain't gonna get me to say some shit I want to say, bro. I don't give a damn what you think you doing. Like you
Hey,
ain't gonna make me say something I don't feel like saying.
check this
Like
out, right, Clay? This is gonna blow your mind. Don't know if you know this, but how ironic. Shakur Stevenson last four opponents, none of them have over 18 fights.
really.
Our team Hertinian got 13 fights. Edwin De Los Santos, 17 fights.
Mm.
Yoshino, 16 fights. Robson Casasiao, 18 fights.
Yeah.
So
I, I
none of his
I mean
opponents.
I don't understand what the parameters are for somebody to deserve a fight when they've been sent. I don't know understand what the parameters are for somebody who's received an offer, a contract with $1.2 million attached to it. What situation is there where the right thing to do for Schofield, the Schofield family, is to say, I'm gonna pass on that. We not ready when they feel like they're ready. What are
Mhm.
we talking about?
Right. They
Right.
feel like they're ready. You know what I'm saying?
It's
And,
one
and,
hundred
and,
percent.
and they got a valid point because, again, like I just said, his last four opponents, right, were not world champions, and none of them had over 18 fights. The only one that became a world champion, and by default, and that's after Shakur fought him, was Robson Casasiao when he beat O'Shaquie Foster. Edwin De Los Santos, not a champion. Artem Harutyunyan, not a champion. Robson Casasiao, Yoshino. They got their belts. I mean, they got their opportunity at a world title fighting him.
Yeah, man. I think the boxing game sometimes gets out of character when they sit here and they do those things. You know what I mean? Especially in a boxing space where people defend fights that don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? This is a case where this kid called out Shakur. He said, "I want that smoke." He called out Tank too. Let's not forget. You know what I'm saying? And everybody discredited him, and I think that's where Mill was coming from to a certain degree because I had spoken to Mill City, conversations about even on his show, so I can talk about it. Effort, it was on the show, about me thinking that Floyd Schofield, deserved the fight. That Lamont Roach got more than Lamont. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's like, "Why?" I say,
hold on. Let me give you your flowers. You were spot on. That Kamel Moon fight, Danny Garcia called.
Bang! I told you. I'm sitting here like that's Danny, right? Because I think Danny working with him, man.
He weighed 148.7, 15 pounds overweight. The contracted weight is 133. They're saying the fight is going to be canceled.
Yeah, it should be. It should be. Carmelo's too nice and too much of a dangerous fighter to be fighting him 10 plus pounds over the weight limit. This don't make no sense.
15.
Yeah, 15 pounds over the weight limit. That fight shouldn't be happening at all.
Yeah.
At all. You know what I mean?
15
Not at all.
15 pounds is nasty work.
Yeah, he should be fighting at
148.
140. He should be fighting at 140 is what he's saying to me. That's what I'm hearing.
148.7 is crazy.
Yeah, I mean that kid put some size on him, bro. Like, man, bro, like what happened? Was he sick? Could he not work out? What? Yi
Oogie,
Hancho
what's
was
up?
Carmel Moten.
G, what's up, G? That's my brother right there, Coogie G. What's up, family?
What's good? What's good?
Yeah,
Yi Hancho, Carmel Moten. Carmel Moten.
Yeah, he came in one. Yo, that's insanity, bro.
I would like to know what happened, man. What does he have to
148.7.
say?
That's almost 16 pounds, bro.
Yeah, Yi Hancho, he came in at 148 when he was supposed to come in at 135. I mean, sorry, at 133.
133.
He was
So
supposed to come in at a catch weight of 133. He came in 148.
148.7. That's almost 149.
Yeah. He's been working out. That kid is growing, man. I don't know what his excuse is, but I know he's young as hell. What is he, like 19, 20, like 18, something like that? I don't know.
Yeah, he like
But
18, 19.
18, 19, you know what I'm saying? So he growing. His voice probably done got a little deeper. Next time you see him get interviewed, that boy might be like, "Yo, I want to apologize to everybody who support me. I'm embarrassed. But I had to go buy a whole wardrobe, switch the whole game up. My underwear don't fit. My shoes don't fit. I don't know. Last night I just had a growth spurt. Apologize."
Bro. And his
Cabell
opponent
about to
came
let the
in.
world know about science. Puberty, bro. Puberty, baby.
Yo, the crazy part is his opponent came in a pound overweight, 134.
And he probably felt stupid and unprofessional as hell. He's probably like, "Damn, they gonna
Facts.
clown me for this." And meanwhile, this dude come over
Yo,
15 pounds. He looking at him like diabolical. This dude.
Danny Garcia looks embarrassed, bro. He looks disappointed. I'm gonna
Who's
send
Danny
you this dude
Garcia?
on
Oh
IG
yeah,
right
I'm
now.
sure he is. Yeah, I'm sure he is, man. I'm sure he is, man. I'm sure he's disappointed.
Yeah, he
You
definitely.
know.
I just sent it to you on Instagram.
Oh, okay. I'll check it out.
148.7 is nasty word.
Yeah.
Okay, Cooey. I got you. Love you too, bro. I'll send you his number. I'll text you his number right now.
Oh, they ready to squash it?
Yeah,
Them
that's my two brothers. They've
They've
been
been bumping heads a little bit.
Yeah, nah, I don't. They ain't talking like. They probably ain't talking like 4 years. I think they both. They
Yeah,
both. They both high heads. Bang bang. So
yeah, yeah. It is
But
what it
it
is.
is what it
It's
is.
good. I'm glad to hear that he ready to move past it. And
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's what's up.
that's grown man business. Grown man
Yeah,
shit right there. Yeah, but 148.7 is nasty work, bro. Like,
yeah,
bro,
that's
you didn't
crazy.
try. You didn't try.
What happened? Did you like break your leg and you couldn't? Did you just not tell everybody about this crazy injury that stopped you from moving? Period. Like
Like, bro,
walking on a damn treadmill, like anything.
you didn't even try. We said how much did a dude come in against Keyshawn? 6 pounds?
He came what? He came in 142 and change, and he was supposed to come in at no. He came 141 and change,
He's supposed to
and
be
he was supposed to come
135,
in
six and a half pounds.
135. Yeah, so it was like 6 7 pounds. Yeah,
Yo, he came in 15
and
pounds.
we
Yo,
cleaned
look,
him up. We was like,
it's it's
you are an
it,
embarrassment to
we
this
we
sport.
we smacked about to say Danny Garcia, Ryan Garcia for 3.5 pounds.
Oh yeah, we was ruthless. Like this
We
dude got
was
no
we
respect
was
for the sport.
we was unhinged with Ryan for 3.5 pounds. Then
Yeah, bro.
we was, I mean, we went completely off the cliff where
Gustavo.
Gustavo came over 6.5 pounds.
Yeah, we
Brother
lost it.
doubled and tripled that.
But we like him. We can't front. We can't flip on him like we did Gustavo. But we
Oh
are
no,
very
he gotta get this
disappointed with you,
work.
Carmel.
He gotta get this work. No, the problem, yeah, he gotta get this work. Hey, yeah, ain't nobody safe. He gotta get this work. He gotta get
Get
this
him,
work.
man.
Yeah,
Yo.
that's completely nasty work and it's unprofessional, especially
Yeah,
this early in his
100%. Yeah.
career. To come in fifth, bro, you didn't try. Is you disrespecting the sport?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
disrespecting the sport. You did not try. Why did you go to the weigh-in?
That's what I'm
When
thinking. Like, why even get on the scale? Just let them know this is
why are
gonna
you
be
going to the
horrible.
weigh-in, bro? Just tell them like,
Yeah.
yo, I can't make the weight. Why
Yeah.
would
I'm
you?
sick.
Why would you embarrass yourself and your brand like that?
Right. Floyd's name is on that. You know what I mean?
Boy named Danny Garcia, bro. That's nasty work, bro. You got to be professional. You got to be like, bro, you ain't got no Clay. 15 pounds? You don't know you 15 pounds overweight, bro? Come on, man.
You at least know you 10. You know
At
you
least,
10.
at least.
You know you at least
And,
10.
and you can't tell me the scale is broken. I didn't know. Oh no, sir. Oh no, sir. There
Yeah.
is zero excuse for that, man. None.
Nothing.
You
Yeah,
mean to
it's
tell me you wasn't monitoring yourself?
I mean, this is beyond monitoring yourself. 15 pounds ain't monitoring yourself. 15 pounds is just comes back down to just straight up. You didn't
That's
care. Did you not want to fight? Is this
no.
you saying that you didn't want to fight? Is this you? Are you rebelling against something? Or is this to put a dot in Floyd's eye? Are you pissed off at Danny? Like this
But
is
he should have.
emotional.
See,
14 pounds overweight is emotional, bro. It's
this is the
anger.
this is the alarming thing to me, right? This is the alarming thing because it showed me lack of discipline. Because yesterday was Thanksgiving, and you ate, and you know you
Oh yeah,
ate, and you ate
all
good,
them
knowing
carbs.
you had to weigh in today. Instead of saying, "Yo, I can't even eat on Thanksgiving because I got this fight," you shouldn't have scheduled the fight. You
Yeah,
saw the date. You saw
he
the
should have
schedule.
put himself in a hotel room, isolated himself, and stayed out the way until this morning. Period.
I'm gonna stay out the way till this because once I fight, I eat my Thanksgiving food.
Right.
I'll eat Thanksgiving food. I just can't do it right now. You know what I'm
You
saying?
got to grow up, man. This is a sport that you decided you're going to commit your life to, that you're going to make this period in time for the next 10 to 15 years or so, whatever, 20 years, however long you plan on doing this. You got to make a decision, and you made a decision supposedly to become a professional fighter, and that includes missing holidays and missing out on certain important days with your family when you got fights, planned around these holidays. You got to
Right.
do what you got to do, man. The discipline got to be there, man.
Yeah, you just can't do it. You can't do it. You can't do it. Right now, Clay, Richardson Hitchens and what's his name?
Liam Paro.
Liam Paro, they can't eat yesterday.
Oh no, they out the way. I
They
promise
out
you.
the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they couldn't eat yesterday because they fight next week. You know he ate yesterday, bro. You know
That's a
he ate
fact.
yesterday. 15 pounds, bro. You know he ate yesterday and ate good with zero conscience. Just, bro, I'm the attraction. You know what I'm saying, bro? Come on, man. That's nasty work, bro. You got to lose that mindset, bro. That mindset got to go, bro. This is the last time. I know Floyd probably somewhere like, bro, are you serious? I went through this with Tank. Hey, K Crowder, what's up, family? I went through this with Tank. Now I'm going through this with old buddy. Come on, bro.
Yeah, man. And look, Real Deal says he can only blame about 2 to 3 pounds on Thanksgiving. Yeah, I feel him. He didn't gain 15 pounds overnight.
No,
This was an ongoing campaign that's been going on for at least the past 2 to 3 weeks. That he just said, "F it."
yeah. At some
He just
point in
said,
time,
"F it. I'm gonna do it
you
like this."
at some point in time, you knew very well you wasn't gonna make 133. Today
Yeah,
is what?
man.
Today is Friday. You knew last Friday you wasn't making 133. You wasn't even
Yeah,
gonna try.
easily, easily,
Easily. You knew
easily.
you wasn't even gonna try. That's nasty work, man.
Yeah, yeah. The young bull better learn from this, man. This is gonna be a black eye on him for real. He got a black eye right now.
Yeah, it's disrespectful to the sport. It's disrespectful to the craft. It's disrespectful to your peers. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a sacrifice that everybody has to do. You can't be like, I'm just not going to sacrifice. Bro, it's a
Yeah.
sacrifice that everybody on that card had to make.
Was he headlining?
I don't know if he was headlining or not, but
I know it's a
everybody on
small
that
card.
card, everybody in that card had to make the sacrifice to make weight unless they're heavyweight.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. That's nasty work, bro.
Yeah, he shouldn't have done that, bro.
Nah,
He
you
should have, and not only not make the weight, but just like you said, even make it to do the weigh-in, like save face and take the sport seriously and just let him know, give him a heads up. This ain't gonna work out.
right,
This ain't gonna work out for me. I'm not getting involved in this. Crazy.
right. Exactly.
You know what I mean? Save face, man. Save face. What'd you think of the I kind of want to go over the pond a little bit because Conor Benn, you know what I mean, is definitely officially back. It's official now, right?
Mhm.
Like he's no longer, on any kind of suspension anywhere now.
Right.
And he's trying to coordinate a fight
Chris
with
Eubanks.
well, he was trying to do that, and I think that's going to get worked on, which is another interesting conversation because now Chris Eubanks is talking about fighting Erizlandi,
Right.
challenging him for that WBA title at 160, a weight that he said he couldn't even make because he wanted Conor Benn to come up to 168. But look, he's going to go to 160 and challenge for that title. Conor Benn looks like he's trying to issue a challenge out to Mario Barrios. He wants that WBC title. I don't know how realistic that is for him, being that he's just coming back and like I don't know where his rankings are in the WBC rankings, but what's going to be interesting is to see how he deals with him and Chris Eubanks. Like, is this fight going to be like at 154 catch weight, 160, 157? Like, I don't know. I think he needs to just leave this fight alone, bro. I think he needs to just
Yeah,
leave this next fight alone.
I never liked the idea of him even attempting to make that fight at
Yeah,
157. Remember, it was supposed to be 157. Like, I didn't like
right.
that idea to begin with, bro. You never even challenged for a belt at 147. It's like
Yeah,
being all over the place to me. Like, complete something before you move on to something else.
yeah. Campaign somewhere. Like, have your
Yeah,
career. Stop
right.
trying to avenge your father's whatever you're trying to do. That's not even avenging your father's anything because that's not Chris
It's
Eubanks
just
Senior, right? Like,
right. It's like, bro, what are you doing? It's unnecessary. You know what I'm saying? Like you chasing. What are you chase? He has no direction. You know what I'm saying? He's like all over the place. Just focus on 47, become a champion. I like him
right,
in the Mario Barrios fight.
right,
And after what I saw, I think he beats Barrios for sure, in my opinion, because
right.
he's an explosive counterpuncher. He's better than Abel Ramos. I don't know if he can
Mhm.
take the punch that Abel Ramos was taking that night, and that jab. Can he eliminate the jab? I don't know, but because that Barrios jab was on point. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
But can he eliminate that? I believe he can, and I believe his counterpunching and his power, his explosiveness, his athletic ability is better than Abel Ramos, and I think he beats Barrios. But I love that idea of making that fight happen. The problem that I have with it is this: is that Boots is now out of the way.
Right.
So I love this fight before Boots is out of the way. I, and I'm gonna be real with you, Clay, and let me get your thoughts on this, because I would much at this point, if he gets if I was getting ready to say if Claymore get the fight, if Conor Benn gets the fight with Mario Barrios, I would have much rather see. Although I like the namesake and I like the comparison, I like the idea we could finally get it. I would have much rather see Boots and Stanionis and try to put those two fights on the same card. You got two PBC fighters, you got two matchroom fighters. Put it on the same card, and the winner gets the winner.
Right.
Now three
Would
belts.
you want to see Boots against Stanionis?
Yeah, because Stanionis got the WBA.
So
It,
a unification
unification
title fight.
and Barrios and Conor Benn. So now you're getting a unification bout, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're getting a championship fight. Now the winner gets the winner, right? The
Right.
winner gets the winner. Now whoever wins out of that, it's like a little mini tournament. They'll have three belts. Now you get the Brian Norman fight. You get undisputed.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, yeah, I was talking about that earlier. I did a live this morning, and I was saying, this Boots situation is an interesting situation because he had no
Hey,
opportunity
Clay,
at the fight.
give me 2 minutes.
All right. Boots, I said it this morning, ladies and gentlemen, that this was a complicated situation for Boots because he has so much opportunity at 147 all of a sudden, right? But at the same time, he's also got an open door opportunity with Turkey Al Sheik right now in this Virgil Ortiz fight, getting on this big, huge card where it's going to be headlined by either Daniel Dubois and Joe Parker or the better BF Bivol 2 fight, right? Either way, it's a huge card. It's a pay-per-view card. And Boots is probably going to get the biggest payday he's ever gotten, not to mention, jump right into the Hornets nest with the most live, active, exciting division probably in the space right now. So it's like, what does he do? I kind of, I feel like it's a little bit bittersweet because at the end of the day, I was pushing and campaigning for this man to go ahead and move on to 154. I've been campaigning for Boots to do this for a long time, but now that these opportunities have been opened up for him, I was literally saying that. What is his fire? Say, Clay, you think Virgil going to come down to 147 again? No way. No way. Absolutely not. He shouldn't. He shouldn't come down to 147 either. He should force Boots to come up to 154 and say, "Nah, bro, this is back in the day. Right now, Virgil Ortiz is a WBC interim title in the 154 weight class division. Why should he compromise that or throw that to the side just to get a fight with Boots Ennis? Number one, he's a risky fighter to fight against. Number two, we all know that Virgil had issues making weight down there to the point where he almost lost his life and at a minimum almost forfeited his whole career. So there's no way I would ever co-sign or, feel like Virgil should come down to that weight. You know what I mean? Um, I think Boots is just going to have to leave 147 behind and just go and move forward to 154. But here's what I believe they may try to do, which I think is dangerous. I think they may try to let Boots go up and compete with Virgil Ortiz at 154 and then maybe try to open up some opportunity at 147 for him to unify. If the IBF agrees to allow Boots Ennis to keep his IBF title, at 147, then they might push to get Boots back down to 147 to compete down there and unify. I don't think the IBF might not do it, but if they do it, I think Boots would bite on that one. I think if Boots goes to 154, he should stay at 154. He should go up there, work it out up there, and just start his legacy at 154 and just be okay with being a two-weight class champion once he's able to get himself a belt at 154. Let me see here. Boots go up, stay up. 100%, Rich Porter. That's exactly what he should do. Um, I think those guys need to take those Bozy and Boots and Eddie Hearn. You just need to have a real conversation about how they plan on approaching legacy. And also, I wonder what Boots is going to do after this two fight deal. Well, I don't know. I think he got like 2 or 3 fights left in his deal with Eddie Hearn. So Let's see what he does. Legacy over currency, defined mindset. Salute King says, Clay, what do you think of Ryan Garcia next fight? Man, honestly, I never heard of this Ryu Aganon, whatever his name is. I never even heard of this guy. I just know, from what I understand, is he fought Manny Pacquiao last, and for all reasonable argument, beat Manny Pacquiao. You know what I mean? Whatever that version of Manny Pacquiao was. I just saw them do a face-off, and I could tell you that the Japanese guy is way bigger than Ryan Garcia. So it's going to be interesting to see Ryan Garcia in there with I guess this guy's a kickboxing champion of some sort, or a kickboxing contender. I don't know. It's going to be interested in seeing what that guy can do with him. I don't really care too much about the fight. I'm not going to act like I do, because I really don't care. Let me see. Boots want all the smoke. What's up, Lou Ken? Kawhi Elliott, salute. Queen. Boots want smoke. All the heat is at 154, 100%. Rich Porter. Clay, what you think of Ryan versus Conor? Conor Benn? But I ain't gonna lie, it takes me a lot to get riled up over Ryan, bro. I'm just not excited about that dude and what he brings. I don't know. Until I really see him take boxing really seriously, he's already rubbed me the wrong way, obviously, with all his antics and the things he said, obviously, with people who got the same skin persuasion as me. And also, you know what I mean, what I'm saying? I'm Muslim, so I don't like none of that shit he been talking about. You know what I mean? But him against Conor Benn, eh. I don't know. Where's Ryan going to even fight at, man? I heard rumors that I heard him in an interview say that he was thinking about challenging Rayo Venezuela for that 140 WBA title. Isn't that interesting? Somebody who said he couldn't even make 140 before said that he couldn't go past any lower than 143 is now contemplating challenging Rayo Venezuela for a 140 title. Yeah, that guy's not to be taken seriously by a person like me. Let's see here. Kadish Hashim said Tank should stop playing ducking. I don't think Tank. You guys know how I feel about that. I don't think Tank is ducking per se, bro. But I do think he's being. I do think he's being. What's the word they say? What the law say when you apart? Not compliant, but I think he's just allowing his career to get moved for him, and he's not standing up for his legacy. You know what I mean? I don't think he cares too much about his legacy. I think he's allowed people to convince him that his legacy is his money, and that the money is what he takes with him, and that's what he's going to be giving to his family's generational wealth. Which, listen, man, I'm okay with that, I guess. I think I've gotten to the point when it comes to Tank Davis where I just accepted the fact that the standards that I hold other fighters to, he's not necessarily going to be held to those standards, because he doesn't want to. You know what I mean? Like, that's what he's gonna do. I don't look for him to do legacy anymore. I look for him just to fight. That's right. He's gonna do, right. He's just gonna fight. I think I'm about done with pushing Tank to fight people I want him to fight, because you can't do that in this atmosphere without looking like you're hating on Tank Davis, right? You can't push him. You can't ask of him anything without looking like you're sitting here trying to hate on him, right? So that gets old. So it is what it is with Tank Davis. There's a whole lot of boxing going on outside of Tank Davis, and it keeps me busy enough to I don't got to worry about Tank like that. Wish him the best. If he ends up in the ring with people that I want to see him in the ring with, I'll be super excited to see him make those fights. But I'm no longer going to continue this campaign of pushing Tank to do something, or complaining about him doing something I want him to do. It's kind of pointless. At this point, we know one thing's for sure, two things for certain. Tank Davis is going to do what Tank Davis wants to do, and we ain't got no say in that. If you're really mad at it, don't buy the pay per view. You know what I'm saying? Legacy over currency. Define mind said, yeah, I lost a lot of respect towards Ryan after he started talking crazy. Yeah, Legacy. Yeah, Ryan is a person that, I mean, honestly, when he said the things that he said, there was a respect loss, but it was already on that direction anyway. The antics were crazy. The things that he was doing were crazy. So it is what it is. Chat, who wins, Shakur or Kid Austin? Nathaniel, you know who we're leaning towards, right? Obviously, I think most of the people in here got to lean towards Shakur Stevenson, but I am interested. This is a fight that I am interested in. This is a fight I'm excited about, if that makes any sense. I don't know. Let me ask the chat: are you guys excited to see Shakur Stevenson fight Floyd Schofield? Do you guys think that's a fight that you guys can get up and watch, and that you're looking for to happen, or is this fight just another? Is this a cherry pick, and it shouldn't be happening? And all the stuff that's been going around. I'm interested in that because the space, I don't know. People kind of talking like I haven't heard nobody really talk bad about this fight, except for the pugilists Oscar De La Hoya's obviously tried to discredit it and turn this fight into a circus. But I think it's a great fight. I think it's a great fight. Facts, Clay. Low IQ boxing fans can't comprehend constructive criticism. You already know, Legacy. You already know, Legacy. We can't speak, right? We can't just speak. I saw somebody today, tell a whole entire room that, listen, man, there's different sides of the streets. There's all this other corporate nonsense, and they got to make their money, and we got to stop complaining about these matchmaking and these fights getting made because we need to accept that this is the way the business is. And I said to myself, man, I hear him. In my mind, I said, man, I hear you, brother, because you're probably right, right? This is definitely what it is. This is how they're operating. But I asked myself the question. I guess I can ask the room the question to say that as fans, does it benefit us to just accept those excuses, to just go along to get along? Isn't it our job to push back at something at a system that doesn't benefit us? Why should we sit here and accept the excuses of people being on the wrong side of the street as an official reason that we're comfortable with as to why a fight isn't being made? Isn't it our job to say that it doesn't cut it? That we not going for that. That's not a good excuse, especially when you are face of boxing. That's not a good excuse for us. We don't care about the wrong side of the street. Canelo don't care about the wrong side of the street. You don't need to be caring about the wrong side of the street. Are we wrong? Are we wrong for holding our great fighters, our A side face of boxing fighters, accountable for these fights being made? Or are we just being a pain in the ass and we should just accept whatever they give to us and understand that that's the way it is? I don't know. I don't know, man. Let's see here what's going on in the chat. A lot just happened while I was running my mouth. Uh, where are the Charlos? Good question. Yep, because he talking all that stuff. All right, exactly right, Floyd. Yeah, exactly. It's a great fight for Shakur, but if Tank was fighting him, it'd be a cherry pick. LOL. Hmm. No, I disagree. I disagree, Terrence. Um, I think if Floyd Schofield, I'm a person who said I believe if Floyd Schofield Jr. would have been the fighter that Tank picked to fight, I would have been okay with that. Is it the fight I was asking for? No, but it's a fight I can take because Floyd Schofield is a WBA ranked fighter, number 2 in their sanctioning body. He's a true 135-pound fighter. And I can understand Tank having a difficulty coordinating other fights, right? I can have some understanding of that and see that he put an effort forward and to take something that was available with a Floyd Schofield who's ranked higher than De Los Santos, who's ranked higher than Andy Cruz, right? Who's right behind Williams Zepeda. I could deal with it. I know people say, yeah, right, but nah, man. I think I'd be okay with Floyd Schofield if with Floyd Schofield versus Tank if that's the fight that Tank had picked. I'd have been all right with that. Nathaniel says Kid Austin's dad is funny and he reminds me of Bill Haney a little bit, right? A little bit. Not really, because I'm be honest with you, Bill Haney is laid back and he's not as passionate. He doesn't get upset. Schofield Senior gets upset. He gets hot, 730 hot. That man gets really upset at the idea of anybody pushing back on any of his ideas or obviously throwing any kind of shots at his son, where they were subliminal or outright shots being thrown. He doesn't play like that. He gets really upset. But yeah, look, Schofield's father today was talking, man. He was talking to the space, man. I actually understood where he was coming from. The delivery is his own unique delivery, but the message was felt and understood. You know what I mean? That nobody's gonna sit here and downplay or discredit his son's right to fight for a championship, to achieve greatness, to dare to be great. He's not trying to hear it. I think it's okay, man. Makes sense to me. You know what I mean? Terrence, I do get your point. Very unbiased. I like the honesty. Yeah, Terrence, I'm not gonna lie, man. And look, man, I wish I want to be on the side of the conversation that celebrates Tank's accomplishments. I think Tank is an awesome fighter, man. I think he's quite possibly the best 135 pounder, right? If he isn't the best 135 pounder, only one fighter would even compete with him for that spot, and that would be Shakur Stevenson. I'm not. I hold no. I make no secret BS nonsense excuse about that. Tank is a great fighter. I guess I just get caught up in my passion for the sport when I say I want to see Tank fight the best fighters out there, that fight the generational talent out there, that I want to see him challenge himself. That's me being a selfish boxing fan that just wants to see Tank do amazing things in the ring. That's what it is. And people want to take it as hate. It is what it is, right? I'm just a selfish boxing fan who don't care about the business of boxing, who don't care about what PBC is looking at as far as return on investment, what Amazon thinks, what the wrong side or the right side of the street. I'm selfish in that way, where I don't care about none of that stuff. All I care about is what I want. I'm one of those boxing fans. Excuse me. Bear with me. I'm still growing. I just literally only care about what I want. That's all I care about. Sorry. Sorry for anybody who finds that to be selfish. I'll work on it, I guess, but I genuinely just don't care about nothing else. So give me my fight that I want, or I'm going to complain and whine about it. Give me the fight I want, or I'm going to sit back and I'm going to complain about it. I'm going to whine about it. I'm going to make videos about it, and I'm going to talk down on the fights that I don't want. Sue me. That's the position I take. You know what I'm saying? That's a position that I'm going to take, man. Let's see what's going on here. Clarence McLean, No Duck Zone Podcast. You have a choice to watch it or move on. That's simple. 100%, Clarence. That's what it come down to, brother. That's what it come down to. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm the biggest hypocrite in the world, right, Clarence? You know I'm the biggest hypocrite, right? Because I'm going to complain and I'm going to watch it. I'm going to complain and I'm going to watch it, bro. I'm horrible, man. I'm horrible, bro. YG Knight says he had to fight. He had to fight his, or he had to fight his or this because people was going to start saying he ducking him because of what Stevenson said. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's what he has to do. Exactly. Exactly. I agree with you on that, YG. Now I do agree with you on that. I seen you on Knockout Boxing a couple of days ago talking about that issue in boxing. No, that wasn't on Knockout Boxing Legacy. That was on Just Do. But yeah, I was talking about that on Just Do's channel, right? I was definitely talking about that, about us fans being selfish and not being scared to communicate to the space what we think about these fights that are getting put together. We should have no qualms with sitting back and complaining and pushing back on fights we don't want, bro, and pushing our favorite fighters to fight the fights we want them to fight. We're not here to manage their careers. We don't make their money with them, and we damn sure don't spend their money with them. So I'm not here to complain and be like, you gotta. I don't have to understand nothing. I don't. I want the fight I want, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not cussing this man's family out. I'm not wishing death upon the people he loved. I'm simply asking him as a great generational talent boxer to challenge himself and give me the fights I want to see. And a lot of people just take the excuse, they take the wrong side of the street thing that's not even an absolute truth in the space, right? The wrong side of the street isn't law. It's just accepted policy, accepted traditional business practice in today's boxing space. But it's not something that can't be moved one way or the other. When you look at the other faces of boxing, the Canelo Alvarez's of the world, right? They don't have no problem crossing the street. You know what I mean? They pull the fighters from wherever the fighter is at in order to make the biggest fights. So don't tell me it can't be done. You know what I mean? I think Blue's back.
Yeah, it only depends on, like you said, everybody is they pick and choose when they want to go with that narrative.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so, like I said, right? Uh, uh, um, Floyd Schofield and his dad are exposing all these boxes because look what they're doing against the will of their promoter,
Mm-hmm.
Oscar De La Hoya, who publicly, it's not even privately, Clay, he publicly said, don't do this. This ain't the move we should be making. And Oscar said, I've built up many champions in my lifetime, and I've been a
Right.
champion. Don't do this. It ain't the time. He don't got the experience. And what they say, no, we want to be great. So guess what? It removes all of the excuses that, oh well, this is all of that gets nullified. Because he's
Yeah.
showing you right now, it's all about choice. It's all about choice. That's it, that's all. Right? Um,
100%.
and so what it tells me is that every fighter can have the ability to do this. And the power, like you said with Tank, right? He has the power. Canelo has the power. If Floyd Schofield has the power, then imagine what power they have to make the fight happen. They can
Yeah,
make whatever fight they want if they want to make it happen.
100%.
If they don't want to make it happen, guess what, Clay? It ain't gonna happen.
Period.
It ain't gonna happen.
Period.
So
And we I threw shots at Oscar, right? Because last week he was saying that it's up to the fighters to make the fights, and then this week it looked like he was going to shoot down the Schofield and Shakur fight. But I do have respect to the fact that on that text message that he had, that DM that he gave out the senior, that he said, "Listen, man, I'm be real with you. Love you guys, believe in your guys' ability, but I don't believe this is the right move." But he ended it with, "But I will respect your decision. If this is what you want to do, I'm going to get behind it and make it happen." So he showed that he's willing to get out the way of the great fights happening, even if it goes against how he what he thinks, what his instincts and his discernment tells him as an experienced boxer and promoter in this game.
right,
You know, I do respect it. I do respect it. I definitely do, man. I do
exactly.
respect it.
It's what it doesn't matter if you don't like him or you do like him, right?
Hmm.
What he's doing is showing you that they ain't never been bluffing. They believe in themselves, and this is the mindset we ask all these fighters to have. He's 22.
Right.
His career could easily be derailed, Clay, easily, but he won't let it be. And what shows me, another thing it shows me is that um, even if they took a loss, it ain't gonna be a loss
Right.
because they believe in themselves. My camera's off again.
Yeah, your camera ain't been on since you got back. It's not on.
Oh wow, yo, Clay, all this, yo,
Yeah,
this
I
whole
thought.
time.
Yeah, definitely for sure, man. It's definitely been your camera been off, man. Um, Who do you think would win between Austin and Carmel Moulton? I mean, I'd probably have to. I would lean towards Kid Austin because of the experience, man. You got that thing is valuable, but Carmel is a great fighter. But I think he has a lot to learn. I mean, look, the man couldn't even make weight today. Came in 15 pounds overweight. So what do you want me to say? The discipline has to get better, and he's still very young in the game. I would have to lean towards Kid Austin in that fight. The GOAT. Hope that answers your question. Yeah, my bad. It was on Just Do Boxing. Knockout was on the panel. Um, Probably defending Tank as usual. And I don't even think Knockout was on the panel, to be honest with you. I don't even think Knockout was on the panel. I don't remember him being on that panel. But yeah, man, I was definitely pushing that nonsense that nobody want to hear about. Damian Kenny, I said, what did you say here? Hold on a second. What did you say, Damian? You said you have to know there's a huge difference when you have a company like Amazon backing you versus a fighter that has absolutely nothing to lose. Man, Damian, I ain't gonna lie to you. Respectfully, I hear what you're saying. Well, dude, I'm just a selfish ass boxing fan, bro. I don't want to lie to you, bro. I don't give a damn about Amazon's and companies and something to lose and nothing to lose. I don't care, man. I just don't, bro. I'm just selfish like that. I'm like, I have no remorse, bro. I'm just straight spoiled, bro. Straight up. I'll have to keep it 100. I'm a spoiled brat in this boxing space. I'm all about, no, I want it like this. I'm all about it.
Who,
Horrible.
who, who
Trust me.
said
But
who said that first of all, here we go with this.
all
There's a huge difference. No, no.
yeah, I can't tell the
Okay.
difference.
First of all, if you were Amazon, then they are investing in you to do the absolute biggest fights possible.
Straight up. That's what I would think.
Right. So what do you mean that if there's a difference with a fighter has nothing to lose compared to a fight? No, Amazon is not investing in him. For one, they're not thinking about him losing. That's number one. Two, they're investing in him to do the absolute biggest fights possible so they could get a return on their investment. So what are you talking about? There's a big difference between Amazon and a fighter that has nothing to lose. First and foremost, he has everything to lose. He's 22 years old. He has a built-in excuse. He don't have to fight these fighters and these fights at all whatsoever.
100%. And shout out to Kenny Moore. He's right. That's the reason he got the deal was because of the biggest fights. You know what I mean? But I'll say like this, Damien. I'm reading all your comments here, and once again, respectfully, bro. And by the way, thank you for showing up to the channel. Hope you hit the like button. Hope you subscribe to the channel. You know, what I mean, we welcome all opinions and perspective here, but obviously, you can tell we're not shy on pushing back at the, you know, saying that nonsense when it comes out. So accept us doing that as well. But everything you're saying here, right? You're basically talking about contingencies and hedging losing, right? But a boxer is supposed to go into a boxer's not going into it thinking about losing. He's thinking about legacy, being great, beating everybody, right? But we all know that fighters aren't promised to be undefeated, and him being undefeated shouldn't be what the deal with Amazon Prime is based upon, right? Like him losing a fight shouldn't be something that's going to ruin his career because he got a loss. That mentality is a toxic mentality in the boxing space that a lot of people blame Floyd Mayweather for, right? And I choose not to blame him for that because he's not making these fighters do this. But you know, they see the success he's had, they see the amount of monetary success he's had, right, as well as legacy, of course. But the one thing that they attach all of that to is his record. They feel like because he was undefeated, this is why he was able to do that, and so these fighters become too hyper focused on keeping their O's. And at the same time, what does that mean? They start to cherry pick. They're not fighting the fighters who are offering them the biggest challenges, and they're also offering the fans the best fights that we can see. So I mean, you're basically saying that the whole entire team around Tank Davis is scared that Tank Davis is going to lose. I don't know if the team would subscribe to that idea of what you're saying. I don't know if that's the way they would want to look at it, but it's interesting that even you, as a fan of the sport and probably a fan of Tank Davis, that you even see the significance in the matchmaking being made and keeping his O, and them not matchmaking him in fights where he could lose. You know what I'm saying? That O. Even you are observing that and see it. I think that's interesting. I think
And,
that's
and,
interesting, right?
and what it tells me is, Clay, is that you don't think that he gonna beat these fighters.
Yeah. Yeah. And, or at least you don't think he thinks it, or you don't think his team thinks it, and
Or you don't
you're
think
acknowledging that he's
Amazon.
literally picking with that in his mindset. That's
Right.
interesting.
So his Amazon is like, nah, you got to only take safe fights, so that way we don't get a return on our investment. Make that make sense? How does that work, Clay? You fight the fights. I'm gonna invest $30 million in you, and you're gonna fight fights and don't get a return on. I don't get a return on my investment. What are we talking about here?
100%, brother. 100%. I think that you know, I hear you guys talking. That's why I always accept you guys' perspectives and point of view, because I think everybody tells their truth. Some people are
Right.
just liars and just push narratives no matter what. But a lot of people sometimes empathize with their fighter, but they empathize with the fighter in a way that kind of makes the fighter look weak.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they just more so empathize with you know, sometimes maybe a little too honest about what the fighter's really looking to make happen, and why the matchmaking is happening the way it is, and why these fights are being made. You guys kind of communicate a little bit like, you got to understand, if Tank loses, he can lose everything. It's like, oh, is that why he's not making the biggest fights? You think he's
Right.
going to lose?
And another thing is, he said that's it's just not a smart fight to go into. Same reason why Floyd didn't want to. Floyd didn't want to fight Amir Khan because Amir Khan didn't look suspect. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Floyd was never scared of Amir Khan. The fight just didn't make sense for him. That's why he didn't fight Amir Khan. I mean, we got to start understanding what took place here. That's
Yeah.
why he was setting up the Danny Garcia fight at one point in time, because Danny Garcia had knocked Amir Khan out. It just didn't make business sense for Floyd Mayweather. He wasn't going to get nothing out of fighting Amir Khan. Amir Khan couldn't string together enough victories cleanly to justify Floyd Mayweather fighting him. Floyd Mayweather fighting and beating, Amir Khan, he would have got no credit for it. He would have got absolutely no credit for it because Amir Khan was so iffy and so, unpredictable. You know what I'm saying? He was always a front runner. He looked good. You know, in the first 4 or 5 rounds, and then he fades.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thomas said, I thought it was a money issue. Clown.
Yeah.
Super Tank hater and cold clown at it again. Okay, Thomas. Who said it wasn't a money issue? You see, this is what I'm talking about. Morons are us. These people are creating in a lab. This dude said, clown. Okay, Thomas, you said that it's not a money issue. So you telling me PBC had an issue with a venue? You dummy. And they moved to Brooklyn, a venue, and had no problem with the venue. So they postponed the fight for 4 months because they had an issue with a venue. Ignorance at an all-time high. Period.
Yeah.
Period. That's why
what
they
it is.
moved the fight all the way back to March. Not so smart guy. Learn something.
Yeah, he just here to trigger you, bro. I would ignore him. I'll be honest with you.
As a
He's
matter of
not
fact,
here on any type of serious time. Trust me.
right. Goodbye.
He's having a great time. He's laughing. It's
Mm-hmm.
all good. Yeah, man. Shout out to Marlo, so cool. Speaking on some of these other fights going down. I hear you, brother. Or I want to say brother, right? Yeah, brother. Speaking towards he thinks he's leaning towards David. Who are you? Are you leaning towards David Benavidez in this fight with Morrell, or are you in the air with this still?
I'm leaning towards David Benavidez, but it's so I can see how David Morrell wins, but I can see how Benavidez wins because David Benavidez has the pressure, the experience, and the know-how, even though he can walk through, he's been there. He's been through adversity. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
he knows how to walk through that. He knows how to rectify it. So that's why I'm leaning toward. But I can see, I can see Morrell winning because of his ability to box, control distance, and his size. You know what I'm saying? And he got power himself. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I'm in the air with it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm in the air with it. Some days I'm on David Benavidez, and some days I'm just like, man, I don't know. David Morrell just kind of, my thing is, I think David Benavidez is gonna get hit harder than he's ever been hit by David Morrell. How's he going to deal with that? I don't know. I know he's going to bring that pressure and he's going to bring that volume punching style that he comes with. He's going to let his hands go. He's got fast hands, obviously, and he's got great conditioning as well. Now, I also acknowledge that he was kind of a little, he was a little fat the last time I seen him do a face-off with David Morrell, but, he's not in fight shape there. David Morrell seems like he's going to acclimate to the division a little bit more organically. Like he's kind of made for 175. He's always been a big 168 pounder. Not David Benavidez has also been considered a big 168 pounder, but I'm not going to lie to you. When I seen him standing across the ring from Vosnik on this last fight he had on his debut at 175, I saw that. I'm like, damn, he's not really that big in this division. He's a regular sized guy in this division.
even
Now,
when he faced off with David Morrell,
right, you saw the difference there. You were like, So is David Morrell, and look, David Morrell loves those fighters that come forward and try to pressure him. He likes that, man. He likes that. That's up his alley. I'm sure Jose Benavidez and David Benavidez and that whole team over there is aware of that. So it'll be also interesting to see how he strategizes and what approach he comes into this fight. I would think he comes into this fight respecting David Morrell's power and plans accordingly.
and I don't think he gonna respect his power. He gonna try to walk right forward, right through it.
And then I gotta lean. I'm telling you, that's not going to be good for David Morrell. I mean, for David Benavidez, I don't think he should do that. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know. If David Benavidez just walks forward and doesn't respect David
It
Morrell's
could be a
power,
problem. It could be a
I think
problem.
it could be an issue.
It
I'm
could
not
be a
going to lie to
problem.
you.
Salute to Mr. Big Perry Bay, my brother in the super chat, dropping that cinco on us in the super chat. He said, "Tank isn't a boss just because they allow you to sit at the table doesn't mean they value your opinion." Facts. And this dude coming here talking about, oh, I thought it was about money. Then what was it about? Yeah, my screen is black again?
It was black the whole time. You have never been back on here, bro. The whole time.
Oh, wow. Well, I got to get off anyway, man.
That's why I figured. That's why I didn't say nothing too much. I know we only here for a limited amount of time.
Yeah. Bro, I'm looking at, I can see us clear as day. I can see myself in that. Yo, this whole time I think I'm looking at, yo, this is crazy.
What a day.
Yo, what the hell? You can see that?
Nope. Would you just shoot the middle finger at everybody or something?
No, you can see me now?
Nope. This happened to me, man. I did a live on YouTube like 3-4 weeks ago. I was giving it a shot and it was horrible. And that's why I don't even do it no more. I don't even go on YouTube no more because if you get a phone call or something like that, your camera like disconnects from the whole thing.
You can't see that?
Nothing. It's just black.
Wow, bro. I thought I was back. That's insane.
Jay Nadia said another Tim Zoo situation.
Look at Town talking about fade to black. Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Because yo, Clay, I swear, the whole time I'm talking to you, I'm thinking you can see me.
Yeah. Yo, Jay Nadia, maybe. If he walk up in there playing, maybe. Another Tim Zoo situation. Yeah, bro, he better respect that power, bro, and don't walk up in there disrespectful. I think he need to box that dude and walk that dude into some shots and show his boxing IQ and his ability to deal with that. You know, David Morrell's athletic, man, and he's strong. He'll, you know what I mean? You know how I look at David Morrell? A little bit, low key, a little bit like a little bit of a Demetrius Andre, but punch way harder. Like he can do that type of, and he can deliver that kind of energy. And that fight he just had with Hot Rod, you know what I mean? Those are the kind of fights that kind of get you where you need to be. He realizes that he needs to get that boxing IQ up. He can do it. He comes from that type of background, bro.
Yeah,
that Cuban background.
That wake him up.
That'll wake him up and have him step up and show you something that Dave Benavidez ain't seen, which is not necessarily skill, because David Benavidez has seen the skill with Caleb Plant. He's seen a little bit of skill with Demetrius Andrade. He's seen skill in the ring, but has he seen the skill aligned with power?
Right. Nah,
We'll
he had, and the southpaw with angles, and it's bigger than him or the same size. That's a problem. But let's get on out of here, great brother.
For sure, man. Salute to you, Blue. Salute to the channel, man. You know how we carry it.
Yes, sir. Are you working tomorrow?
Definitely, man. Definitely going back to work tomorrow. I'll be back on Tuesday. Monday night, I'll be doing a live. Hey, somebody on this channel, go to my channel and subscribe, man. I need one more to be at 1530, man. Somebody go over there and subscribe.
Yes, sir. Let's get them up to 1530, man.
Just one more. I'm not saying only one. Everybody should subscribe, but just one more. Just one more. Get me right so I can go to sleep tonight. Happy.
One more. All right, great brother. Let's get on out of here. Appreciate y'all coming through, studying up. I know y'all. The whole time I'm talking, I can see myself, and I can see Clay. I see everything just like we normal. That's insane. But appreciate y'all coming through, studying up, man. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Go subscribe to my brother Claymore Rain. Follow him, and also subscribe to this channel. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon. We appreciate y'all coming through, studying.
Yeah, Jay Nadia, just go to Claymore Rain. Just look up Claymore Rain. I'll put the link in here, but I don't know how to work it on my phone right now.
Yeah,
just go to Claymore Rain.
Yeah, this format is kind of nasty work.
Yeah. Just go to Claymore Rain, the way it's spelled right there by Legacy, how Legacy has its spelled. Just go to that channel and subscribe, man. Appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all, man. Salute to each and every one of y'all. We gone. Peace.
Peace.